Just a few days ago, I was inquiring about what I want to do. Is just a few days ago, I was talking that I want to create a meditation walk. And the meditation walk will be several that goes through our property, where at night, when it's cooling, it'll be lit, it'll have a path made, that people who come here to visit, that are coming here to stay, they can walk at night for exercise, for meditation, for contemplation, or just for relaxation. So I wanted to make a meditative walk or meditation walk. So along that walk, I wanted to create holy images that would bless us along the way. And one of them would be my teacher's teacher's teacher, Pabongka Rinpoche, that I wanted to make. And it was very auspicious because that's what I said just 1-2 days ago. And I was already inquiring to make one of stone for about 8 to 10 feet tall to put outdoors permanently. How much would it be? And the incredible thing is, when my monk friend came to visit me, he brought me the exact statue as a gift in miniature that he had gotten in Tibet. And I was quite shocked because it was a very auspicious sign. All right? You two bring the Pabongka, you bring the Dharma text in a crystal stupa he brought. So I wanted to show you all the statue just for blessing's sake and how auspicious it really is, okay? As you all know, this is Kechara Forest Retreat. For those of you who still don't understand what it is exactly, Kechara is Vajragani's paradise. Forest is we're in the forest. And retreat will be a retreat from everything that keeps us in the concrete jungle, everything that keeps us in the samsara jungle, everything that keeps us suffering in the jungle. All right? So that's Kechara Forest Retreat. This is what I want this place to be. This is a beautiful statue. Look, what a surprise. I got this last night. And, okay, you come here. Everybody sit. And also, by tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, you offer a Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, body, speech, and mind. So you offer me the beautiful Vajragini text. It's 3 volumes. All right, hold that. This scripture is, it's okay. This scripture is over 2,500 years old, the original. This is copied from the original, taught by the Buddha. Can you imagine this? Come, now you can come. So it's 3 volumes, hold it, now move, of holy text of Vajragini. It's all on the practice, meditation, fire puja, ritual, and the complete path of Vajragini is in this text. And I found it very auspicious because on this land, this is what I wanted to teach everyone, Vajragini. Then along with that, a crystal stupa representing the mind of an enlightened being arrived. Put that back. So this statue is from Tibet. The monk bought it from Tibet, and inside has actual relics from the actual Lama. So can you imagine? I was just talking about this a few days ago, that I want to create this on the land, and it arrived. So in Tibetan tradition, we consider that a very powerful, auspicious omen. What is the omen? That the divine is telling us this is the right direction we're going to. All right, so take a very nice look. So I'm going to keep this on Kechara Forest Retreat land here. And this will be one of the relics I put inside the main temple in the future for everybody to view and see. I've already made a large statue of him about 3.5 feet tall to put in the temple. But when the temple's ready, we'll put it inside. All right? You put it back in. Good. So I wanted to share that auspicious sign just now. The second auspicious sign, it happened just now. When I was doing my prayers, my Dhammaru split and opened up. That was a sign our prayers would be fulfilled. Very clear and very precise. Now, I think most of you know what's going on. This is printed from my blog site, Kechara Village. In the front, this 35 acres of land, to me it looks like 100, it's quite big. 35 acres of land. In the front, as JP has eloquently explained to all of you, we want to build a Shakyamuni peace temple, a world peace temple there. For everyone all denominations, all religious backgrounds, all races, all people to come to experience world peace, tranquility, some kind of happiness, some kind of detoxification. Then in the front area, what I want to do is have a vegetarian restaurant, so it's clean living. I want to very much have a Chinese doctor, and I want us to get a Chinese doctor's license very much, so we can have a good Chinese doctor there doing acupuncture, doing healing, giving medicines, very, very much. Then I want to have a candle making shop, and I want to have an incense making shop. When I said I want to have an incense making shop, the monk told me immediately he would like to come and help with that because he's an expert in making incense, an expert in allopathic Ayurvedic incense. He's from Tibet, and they followed the text written by Pabongko Rinpoche on how to make the incense. So he wants to come and help, and I booked him immediately to come help us make us the incense, no problem. Then on top of that, in front I want to have an aviary. The aviary is to have the children in touch with nature, with caring, with giving. If all of us at a young age are exposed to taking care of another living being that needs us but cannot say thank you, we'll all grow up to be wonderful human beings, better human beings, or human beings for some of us. Why? In life, it's not what you take or get or receive, it's what you give. In the end, when you're old, when you're a few days away from our deaths, if we live that long, it's not what we've taken in our life. All the fun, all the travel, all the children, all the family, our husbands and our wives and everything we are attached to, everything that we feel is so important, when we're old becomes nothing. Why? It's like a movie. It's like a movie, it's already passed, it's gone. When you're watching a movie, it's very emotional, you get right into it. After the movie is done, that's it. So that will be in the front, and we project the World Peace Temple to be about 3,000, to fit 3,000 people, we hope, and enough parking space for at least 20 tourist buses, because we expect a lot of tourists. There's a lot of tourists going to the waterfall. If we go down the street, there's a big waterfall there, and then there's a dead end. The waterfall blocks the road, no more. We want to have also make it a spot where people will come. It'll be a destination, just like Batu Caves. That is our hope, all right? Then that will be the public sector, the public area. As we come in through the hillock, when you go up, then we'll build my residence, where I will actually do my deeper meditations and practices quietly, where I'll meet people, where my assistants, where I do work, writing letters, writing books, where we do our blog work, rituals, all that, we'll be staying up there. Then this area will be built up for assistants, guests, friends, nuns, monks to stay. And then when you go in deeper, will be Kechara Village. So this will be connected to Kechara Village. What will this place be? There'll be a place for all of us to retreat into the forest. And that's about it, all right? I'm going to stay here. This is my room. I've invited some of you in. I can't invite all of you because with me inside, it takes up half the space already. So it's not going to be a lot of space for the rest of you. Now, this is where I stay. This is where the ladies stay. And in the back, among the tent city here, is where all the boys stay, or the informed boys, stay. What we want to do, as you know, we're going to do extension projects. We're going to cement the front. We're going to cement the back and extend out. Then I'll have a container like this in the back where I live, bigger, where I can meet people and talk, because I need to meet a lot of people now. And then my dogs are going to stay with me. Mumu and his gang is going to get a container. He's going to stay with me for sure. And then KB and my Nepalese boys, who are so wonderful, are going to stay there with me. Then my cabin will be taken up by assistants. There'll be more cabins. In total here, I heard there'll be 9 cabins, isn't it? There'll be 9. So we're going to work from here. Why? I project this project there in the front to be 2 years, 2.5 years. So I need to be on premises. Of course, I'll go back and forth, but I need to be on premises to bring the energy here. We need to meet a lot of people, all right? We're going to need a lot of volunteers in the near future. Right at this moment, we're okay. But we're going to need a lot of volunteers in the near future. Volunteers for what? Once we get the cabins up, once we get the awning up, the awning over this whole thing, the cabins and the cement up, Then I'm going to start planting. I'm going to start planting organic vegetables. So I need people who like to plant. You don't just come here, plant a seedling, and disappear to the moon. You need to maintain it. You need to take responsibility to maintain it. You get the plant, you plant it, you make sure it grows, I eat it. Isn't that wonderful? Organic vegetables. And I want to have a lot of vegetables. Why? Because in the future, I want to have a program where our guests come, stay a weekend, stay a day or two or longer, maybe, and they can go and pluck their own vegetables, cultivate their own garden, and pluck the vegetables, clean it, chop it, and cook for themselves. Because there will be no servants here. Everybody is going to cook for themselves. Okay? This is my plan in the future. So you come here for a weekend for meditation. Whatever meditation you like to do, up to you, but I will have walking and breathing meditation. I'll have a meditation courses here that's not based on religion. It's based on tapping into ourselves, calming the mind, gaining focus, improving memory. Improving memory, gaining focus, and tapping into ourselves. What does tapping into we don't need to write notes. We're going to have all this later. We write notes. We're going to be I ask you a question later, you cannot answer. Where's your notes? Tapping into ourselves means what? All of us have human weaknesses. All of us have human failings. In our lifetime, we can deal with our weaknesses, face it, confess it, and be gone with it. Or we can do two other things. We can avoid it, not face it, where it surfaces again and again and again, or we can pretend it doesn't exist and let it take its course where we harm people around us. So when we have these weaknesses, jealousy, control, attachments, anger, selfishness, and we're very attached to ourselves, we never have peace. Some people, when they make mistakes, they can never say, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. They like to sweep it under the rug and keep quiet. You see, when they sweep it under the rug and keep quiet, what happens is this. It's forgotten for the moment. But when you sweep it under the carpet many times, the lump under the carpet becomes very big. Inevitably, when we walk there, we'll trip and we'll know there's garbage there. So some people make mistakes. They misjudge, they miscalculate, and they fail. Or they didn't accomplish it, and they like to keep quiet. They like to not say anything. They like everybody to forget about it. And you know what? People will forget about it. But this is the problem. The very source of that is our wish to cover and not be wrong. Because it is pure selfishness. We rather other people take on the difficulties and repercussions than to confess we were wrong. So when we do that, this feeling in us to dump the problem onto someone else and not take the blame and not take responsibility, we can hide the problem. But again and again and again and again, we will do this to a person. We'll do this to one person, to another person, to another person, to another person, to another person. What happens? In the end, we have no friends, no connections, no respect, only anger. Why? Because when we talk, when we do things, people don't listen. So we have to shout and scream. When we shout and scream, it doesn't work, then we avoid, then we go away. Then we live alone in bitterness and in anger. And I see a lot of people among my group like that. Quite a lot. Especially the older ones. Quite bitter, quite unhappy. And I feel sorry for them. I don't judge them. I don't look down on them, but I know where that comes from. Not admitting when we're wrong is only one of the issues most of us have within ourselves. And that creates a lot of unhappiness, because when we hide the problem under the rug, when we avoid the problem, what we think is, well, everybody's forgotten about it, no one saw it, and that's it. But actually, no. Then you do it again and again and again. What happens? People lose respect for you. People don't have confidence in you. Your integrity is gone. What happens? Whether you have money or you don't have money, you lose everyone. And not admitting to mistakes is a big problem. Fear of being wrong, fear of rejection, fear of looking bad is the reason we sweep problems under the rug. We avoid problems and facing them, confronting them. So in this breathing meditation. This is not a technique I've developed. This is a technique that's been existent for 2,500 years. And they teach in Indian jails called Tihar jail in Delhi. Delhi's jail, Tihar, is one of the most notorious in the world. When you do something wrong, they dig a hole in the ground up to your neck, put you in, fill it with urine and excrement, and let you stay there 24 hours, 48 hours. And you stay like that. You complain, they keep you for another day. You write in a petition to the judge, you tell the police, they will keep you there for a few more days. In other words, nobody cares. All right, Tihar jail is one of the most notorious in the world. I have a video on that. And they went in there, these Buddhist people went in there, not to bring them to Buddhism, but to teach them breath meditation. And the convicts, hardcore convicts, we're talking about people who kill elephants and slice the ivory off their faces for a living. And they kill hundreds of elephants and they're caught. We're talking about people who gun down villages and burn up villages and just kill thousands of people. They don't care. They're in this jail. And when they teach them this breath meditation, I watched the video. The convicts cry from inside their soul. And they truly regret what they have done. You see, you know it's real is because even though they've cried, they're not getting out of jail. They're going to be there for life. Some are on death row. But you see, you help them come to terms with what they've done. And some of these convicts even call the victims and apologize for closure. So don't think, oh, well, it's a trick. They're just crying so that they can get out of jail or shorten their term. No. They don't get out of jail whether they cry or not. It is to help them come to terms with who they are, what they've done, and the damage they've done to society, and the apology to victims. And the program has worked very well. So when we say we touch, and remember, these people in prison, majority Hindus, little bit of Christians, Sikhs, little bit of Sikhs, some Buddhists. And they teach a meditation that's non-denominational, and they help them come in touch with themselves. So this meditation is designed for what? It's for us to get in touch with ourselves. How do we get in touch with ourselves? You can go on the rest of your life with all the baggage that we all carry, denial, anger, laziness, selfishness, not wanting to learn, or we can face it, overcome it, and move on. In Buddhism, we strongly believe in reincarnation and have plenty of proof of reincarnation. Plenty. So we believe that once you improve your mind, you go to the next level, the next level, the next level, and the next level. So this is what I want to teach here. I want to have walking meditation, and I want to have sitting meditation. And this will be very powerful for people who are afflicted with damaging emotions. So to get in touch with ourselves. This is something, that's why I want a meditation walk here very, very, very much. I want to have a meditation walk where we do walking meditation. I'll teach you the breathing exercises, and we'll have sitting meditation. So that'll be very good for here. Why? If you want to see improvement in your life, in your attitude, in your work, and your results, the only way you can get improvement is to go back to the source yourself. You can pray to God or to Buddha or to anyone you like your whole life. You will never get peace from prayer. You will get some blessings. The peace comes from confronting yourself, facing it, challenging it, and overcoming those issues. Then you will get peace. Whether you are religious or not, that is the correct way to improve in ourselves. Otherwise, just making money, enjoying, traveling, where has it gotten you? Where has it gotten me? Not far. This is what I want to create here. Organic healing, internal healing, physical healing, and psychological healing. Okay? In the future, I would like to have counseling here by qualified people. That's one of my plans to have here in the future. Who can come here? In the beginning, it will be by permission only. It will have to be a permission for me who can come and who cannot come. Why? Until the place is built up, I need security. I need to rope in people who will really contribute, not just hang around. Later, I will authorize the liaisons. Those are the people who work close with me to be able to have the authority to allow who or what to stay here, because this is private property still. All right? But for now, I asked all of you to come here to let you know what we're doing, and that I will stay here on site. I will stay here on site, and I will live here on site. And trust me, there's a lot of inconveniences. A lot. But you know what they say? The leader has to take on the most problems. The leaders must absorb the difficulties. The leaders must get their hands wet. The leaders must be there at the front of the battle. The leaders must be there always to inspire by example. If the leaders are not there, you can talk until the cows come home. No one is going to support you. So what I need for this place are leaders. And I'm supposed to be the spiritual leader here, the advisor, or whatever you want to call it. As pathetic as I am, I'm supposed to be. So I will stay on site. And I will make sure the works are done. And I will say honestly, because I am here, the works are being done. Because I am here. I do not have anybody under me that I have specifically said I'll take care of this whole project to do this and this and this, because I don't have anybody volunteer or here yet. But this is what I want to do. For now, I've authorized JP to do Kechara Village. And I've asked JP to stay here on site, which JP does 80% of the time. He stays here on site. And if anyone knows JP, he must be committed to stay here on site. I repeat, if anyone knows JP, who likes to sleep at a certain time, eat in pleasant restaurants, dress well, have his hair washed every day, wear clean, bright, white clothes, live in an aircon room, have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful clean transportation, and JP is allergic to mosquitoes. So his mind tells him. And the minute you come out here, JP drinks the mosquito repellent. He doesn't spray it, he drinks it. So for JP, and of course JP his skin is like Kuan Yin. Ivory and flawless and perfect, uncracked. So for JP to stay here with me, the monster, and walk in the hot sun, and sometimes JP even forgets his hat. Disaster. And to wear old, smelly clothes and sweat all day and smell like a man, and wear boots, very unglamorous, no makeup, no gel in his hair, no lip gloss, nothing, not even a Vaseline. Whatever he uses that for, I don't know. Nothing. And to on top of that, live in a tent. I'm not, you guys know JP, okay? You know I'm not pulling this out of left field here. And to live in a tent on a cot with another cot for a table. And to sleep with another 7, 8, 9 men who are snoring away. JP must be committed. JP recited the King of Prayers with tears in his eyes to say that he is ready to take on this work. So JP is on site with me. Paris, the princess, where is she? Oh dear. Paris, the princess, is another one. She left her phone in the rain. Interesting, hardworking Dharma people, huh? Paris, the princess, exactly like JP, but male version. Oh, sorry, female version. Got mixed up. But you guys understand that one. Paris, the princess, exactly the female version of JP, is also here. She was here for 3 days. She couldn't take it. She had to get out of the jungle and go back to civilization. I didn't hear from her for 2 days, and she's back. When she came back, I teased her. Back? She's here. Joe's been here. I don't know him that well, but he's been working quite hard under me. Clearing this, chop wood, firewood, run here, run there, do this. There's a lot of work here to be done. William is inducted. Please stand up. So you can see William here, very fair, but that will change. Yes. And I haven't seen Ethan here at all. No, I haven't seen Ethan. Ethan's been walking around KL pretending he's busy. No, he's busy. So I said, I haven't seen you. And he said, I'm going to come tomorrow. We're blessed. Ethan, the street grunge princess, is here too. And Sing Piao, he got darker. He got much darker, which proves that he's been running around taking pictures. Sing Piao told me he can't sleep. He sleeps 4 to 5 hours a day. He can't sleep because he's so excited to go outside to see what's the progress. And Sing Piao goes out every single day, chop wood, cut trees, clear trees. The first day Sing Piao was clearing trees was very interesting. There was about 5 of them. 4 of them was chopping. Sing Piao was sitting there getting the red ants off of him for a half hour. He cut, I think, 2 bamboos and came back. Everybody else was cutting, but he was there going like that with the red ants. Then he took his shirt off, which I wish he did not, and he was flipping in and out looking for ants, plucking them one by one. Ajay had ants going up to him and biting him, and he kept cutting. Later we asked him, how come? He says, oh, I worked like this before, you just have to put up with it, that's all. Hard worker. So, Sing Piao's here with me. Then the Ladrang will be on rotation basis. Martin's here. I don't know exactly what Martin's doing, but Martin's here. And Ladrang's here on rotation basis. Andrew's here. Mome's here. Mome has been here. Andrew's just joined. Mome has been, where is she? There's Mome. Mome's been cooking, cleaning, ranging, rearranging, cooking, cleaning, working from day to night without any complaints. Thank you, Mome. And Mome cooks mediocre. I gotta be honest, what we can improve. It's mediocre lah. And Andrew's here to help Mome. And I want the liaisons to send people here to help. Right now, we don't need a lot, but I will organize a schedule and a volunteer list. And everybody must go through Suming to come here. Only Suming, you don't sneak your way here any other way. What I'm gonna need in the near future is this. I need someone to start sourcing for organic vegetables, seedlings. I don't want seeds. I don't want seeds and plant and they grow. I want seedlings, meaning already planted. We can just transfer the seedlings into the ground. I need people to tell me how to do the soil, how to improve it, fertilizer, lime. I need people to tell me where we can plant, what needs shading, what doesn't need shading, because some plants you need a light shading over it. What needs sticks. I need people to help me with that because I want to plant a lot of organic vegetables. It's going to be either here or here. There's so much land, we can plant anywhere. Who cares already? I hate to be difficult. I hate to be not nice, but I'm going to say it anyway. We ain't Singapore and Hong Kong. We got one for Hong Kong here. We got land. Singapore got to reclaim back from the ocean and still sinks. So I just want to say one thing for our Singaporean friend. We got land. She's like, it's okay, I'll come and visit, right or not? Yes, it's okay. She goes, whatever, I don't care. Singapore's Singapore. No, I'm just kidding. We're very lucky here, we have land. And Dato May and Martin worked very hard to secure all 35 acres for us. It was extremely complicated, trust me. I'm not going to get into details. It was extremely complicated. But we got the land, it's ours, no one can take it away. Now I can do what I want, build what I want, put what I want. That's right, and I'll put everything, okay? Let me see. This was a surprise. I didn't know anything about it. Sing Piao has been collecting stories from people about me that seems miraculous. I don't think it's a miracle. I think it's all a coincidence, but never mind. If they want to call me the next Sai Baba, who cares? As long as I get the money to build this Sai Baba, Lai Baba, whatever. But if they ask me, do I perform miracles? No, I don't. Do I do faith healing? No, I don't. Do I have miraculous powers? No, I don't. Do I have extrasensory powers? No, I don't. Am I psychic? No, I'm not. So what am I? I'm a fat Buddhist monk who studied Dharma for 30 years and I can teach you. So if you like that, join me. If you don't, sorry, go to the next voodoo camp. Simple as that. I don't know any voodoo. And do you have to be Buddhist when you join me? Of course not. Do you need to convert? Of course not. Some of you, please don't convert. You wouldn't help Buddhism at all. Oh, please stand up. Please. This young man, His name is David Lai, quite intelligent, well-spoken, failed in New Zealand, Australia, came back. He's a Catholic. When I first met him, and when we met and how it became a blurred, distant history, not keeping it that way, he's a Catholic and goes to the Catholic church, which is beautiful, in Kelana. So when I first met him, I invited him to my house. You were very lucky. Who said you can sit down? Oh. And he came over, he sat down, and we were talking about religion, because he's quite, I mean, belie his looks, he's quite intelligent. And we were talking about religion, and you know what he said to me? Don't try to convert me, I'm Catholic. Let me tell you what I told him. I said, you know what? Take a good look at yourself, and what do the Buddhists get if you convert? Why do you think you're such a treasure? What do you think you have to offer Buddhism? What do you think, I get a medal if you convert? I said, please don't convert, because believe it or not, some of you should not. You make us look bad. And he was like, oh. I'm serious. Let this not be an issue in your mind. Please don't convert. I don't get to heaven if you convert. I might even go to hell. I'm not interested in what religion you are. I'm interested in you as a person and what you like to do to help others, and how we can get together in our short time left on this earth to do something good and live a good life. That's it. I don't care about other things. Those are insignificant. Those are labels. You want labels? I'm yellow. I'm Asian. I'm Tibetan. I'm fat. I'm male. I'm American. I'm a monk. You know, these are all labels. Get rid of the labels. They don't matter. So therefore, this is what I want this place to be. So anyway, Sing Piao did this behind my back. I heard little things, but I didn't ask anything. And this book came out today, Chinese and English. And I'm quite surprised, quite auspicious. Quite auspicious. I'm quite shocked. So I want to give away a few. Can I have that? Bring it up. One for Monster. Another one for Monster. You're welcome, Monster. No. Very greedy, I tell you. Some people very, very greedy. Amazing how they just grab it like that, huh? Amazing. This is for your son. Give to him for me. Why did you bring him here today? 2 weeks ago I called him. Free, no free.
Yeah, he will be here. He will be here with
I hope he comes and volunteer, you know. One for Ken, who volunteers and works very hard, etc. I want a show of hands. Who knows about Findhorn in Scotland? Findhorn. Findhorn is a community in Scotland started by Eileen Caddy. Eileen Caddy is connected to the universe, is connected to God, connected to goodness, connected to ascended masters. She's highly psychic, and she can hear supernatural beings talking to her. And I believe it because what she says and what she does got results. There are people who says, I see this, I do this, but 10 years later, 15 years later, it's the same thing, no results. Whatever they're telling them is either wrong, or they're not hearing it, they're pretending, or they imagine it. Results is what counts. It's not so much of what you say you can do, it's results. And so they started living in containers, just like this. If you go on their website, they started living in containers. How do I know about them? I was around 14, and I was in Philadelphia. I was visiting a relative in Philadelphia, and I was staying there. And suddenly it was in the papers. It was in the news about Findhorn. It was a very big thing. So in Philadelphia, I went to the bookstore, and I found their book, and I went home, and I voraciously read it. And the book is about Eileen Caddy, who's passed away now. And she started a community of people who want to live in tune with nature. A-religious, no religion. You can be any religion you want. Any. So you have people of all religions there. And they started a community there, and they started living on the sand. a sandy, near the beach area. And they lived in containers, if you go on their website. And they planted beautiful flowers around their containers. And they they communicated with a nature spirit called Pan. All right? And you know what happened? They started growing vegetables, flowers, produce, and selling them to the neighbors in sand. And they have cabbages that grow to be 40 pounds. Okay, what's 40 pounds in kgs? 18 kg cabbages, and you can see it even today. They have roses that bloom in the snow. And this is not imagination or history or legend or some kind of urban myth. Scientists have gone there and seen if there's any trickery. And the roses are blooming in the snow. And cabbages and vegetable produces grow 4 to 5 times normal size in the sand. Because Eileen Caddy communicates with a nature spirit that blesses the land, that controls the water, controls the soil to make everything grow big. And that community started in containers like this, and they grew to a whole community. So about 2 years ago, I wrote to the Finhorn community and I sent them a Tsongkhapa statue and some gifts to congratulate them on their success in their community, what they've done. What they do is a group of international people, and people can join who live there to live one with nature, one with the earth, to eat organic food, to have healing, to have detoxification. They can stay forever, they can stay for a few years, it's up to them, it's free. Free to stay or go, meaning. And you know what? They're very successful. So I sent them a Tsongkhapa statue, and one of the people there wrote back and thanked me profusely. And they love the statue, they put it in the office. They love it because it's spiritual, it's powerful. And they wrote me, it's on my blog. You can see the picture, you can see the letter from them, from Finhorn. So since I was a young child, I wanted to create something like that. I wanted to create a Finhorn. And this will be it. I will not allow drugs and alcohol on premises. I will not allow meat and killing. I will not allow violence and all these things that make our minds disturbed and unhappy on this land and this property. I will not allow it, not because I want to control you. This is the space I would like to inspire the world to do the same everywhere. I cannot have 20, 30, 40 million people staying here. I wish I could, but I would like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 million people creating the same kind of atmosphere in our earth that's, the resources are dying. Global warming is getting stronger, and it's important for us to live like this now. So I would like to inspire people around the world to create their own communities that are in tune with nature, that do not harm animals, that do not pollute, that grow, that maintain, that take care of themselves in a healthy, nice, organic way. I mean, how much money do we want to make? How long do we want to live in a city? How much more do we want to go and live the rat race? How much more? One day we're going to die. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Last week, I was getting a few hours of sleep a night because I was working here, and I had a lot of things to do. And the next day I had to meet Dr. Eric Tan, and I didn't eat breakfast because I was in such a rush because I had a press conference that afternoon. So I was in a huge rush. I didn't eat breakfast, I hadn't had enough sleep, and I walked up Ladrang land before the road was made, and I collapsed. I saw all white, and guess what? All sound stopped. I felt the sound going like that, dimmer, dimmer, then no sound. Then I couldn't see anything, and I couldn't hear anything, and I blacked out. I don't know how long I was blacked out for. I was told for 4 or 5 minutes or 6 minutes. I don't know what it was. But as I was blacking out, I will tell you the truth. I was very proud of myself. I didn't think about anything I have, or friends, or possessions, or anything, because I had none. I thought about Manjushri, the Bodhisattva Manjushri, and I prayed, and I said, if I am to live to continue doing this work, then may I live to do it. If I am to die, then I'm happy to die today, and may I take rebirth somewhere else to continue my work. Then I know I blacked out after that. So why was I happy? Because all 30, 40 years of training myself to prepare for death, I was ready. I was ready. I wasn't scared. I wasn't shaking, but I was ready. And I was very proud of myself because at least I have some result of my Buddhist practice and meditation. So what happened was after a few minutes, Dato was, half of my body was in the mud. The other upper half was in Dato's lap, Dato Eric Dan, and he massaged me. And he kept massaging me here, and I woke up. I I rested in the mud for another 5-6 minutes because I was worried about the press conference. I didn't want to upset the press. And then I walked down the hill slowly, came back here in the aircon room and recovered, and I was able to go to the press conference. What am I trying to tell you? It is hard work being here. It is hard. It is difficult. If I died that day, I'm glad I spent my life in spirituality. If I died that day last week, I'm glad I spent most of my life in doing works for others. I'm glad I didn't spend my time making money, making children, and doing things that animals do. Just making children and shelter and food. But I did something else. Am I criticizing? I'm not. I'm just saying that's not what I want to do. I'm glad about that. So I will be on this land. And I will stay here. And I will push and make things grow. I brought some gloves for myself. I will go out and do some work with them when it's appropriate. Meaning if there's some work I can handle. I am about 8,000 kgs overweight. So I have to be careful not to actually have a real heart attack because I thought it was a stroke. So I will go out and help. I bought my gloves extra thick because my hands are as soft as the baby's butt. I haven't done manual labor for 20 years. I used to do a lot of work, manual labor in America because I was a kid. I had to work and support myself. So I will do that. I'll go out and work. Why? Not to show you I'm so good, because I'm excited to build here. In the monastery, I would not be allowed to build, to walk around, to do all these things because it's not fitting of my position and my teacher status and my Rinpoche status. It would not be good in the view of the monastery. There are rules I must follow and behave by, not to bring dishonor and embarrassment to the Sangha. So it's not something a Rinpoche would do. But this is Malaysia, and I don't have any spies. This spy here will go back soon. This nice monk spy will go back soon. So no spies here to report me to the monastery. Seriously, it's not something I'm allowed to do in the monasteries, but I will. Why? I want to get this place done. So I don't expect princesses and divas here. And when you come here to volunteer, you want to be served. You want to be helped. You want to be given. You want the conveniences. If it's like that, please don't come. Please don't come. This is not for convenience. This is for us to struggle and work hard. Some of you who can raise funds, go and raise funds. The project here is 28 million. Go raise funds. Some of you can advertise and talk, And I've been pushing Kechara towards social media. Half the liaisons have been resistant. Half the liaisons themselves have been resistant. Half the liaisons have been resistant in their departments in doing social media. I will get tougher on that. All right? Why? We need to let the world know what we're doing. We need to let everybody know what we're doing so we can get the support. Social media is the way to go. You want to be the president of the US? Social media. You want to get Tanaga National to do something about your box that's burned out? You do social media. You tweet, and Tanaga National will do something. You want support for your temple? You got to do social media. I don't care if you're Chinese, English, Japanese, Lucanese, Burmese, I don't care what you are. Social media. We need awareness. Why? Which one of you here can give 28 million to this project? None of us can, I think, in this room. But there's a lot of money out there that can help us. Doesn't have to be in my pocket. It'll be in our foundation to take care and build this up. So whatever you can do, and if you can't raise funds because you have a big ego, you're afraid to be told no, and if you have no friends because your whole life you've been a monster, so you have no friends, if you're illiterate because you were born on the moon, all right, you can come here and volunteer. You can sweep, clean, wash, cook, clear the land, plant, cultivate. And if you are raising funds and you are literate, you can still come here and do that. In other words, it's time to get our hands dirty. Does everybody understand? Okay. This is Kechara Village. I want to make it look like this. With our containers. That's my house. That's me laying on top. Of course, I really would not do that because the house would collapse. But that's me on top, laying across like Cleopatra. All right, and this is the PO houses. We have stupas here, enlightenment stupas with relics of holy beings inside. Any religion, give me the holy things, put inside. And there's a special ritual in Buddhism where your pets' hair, nails, claws can be given and blessed and put inside the stupa to benefit your animals, dead and alive. Okay? Can human hair go in because they're animals? Yes, they can. All right? Don't chop off your hair like one thing, give me like that. That's kind of creepy. Just a couple of strands will be enough. All right, I'm not having a wig factory here. I don't need all your hair. So I'm going to put that in the Enlightenment Stupa. We'll have Tara chapels, Medicine Buddha chapels, Tsongkhapa chapels throughout the land. We'll have assistance quarters, parking area. It's going to be very nice. This is Kechara Village, which is not modeled on Findhorn, but it'll become something like that. All right? So I'm going to give this out to a few people just for auspicious reasons, not to forget what we're doing. Right? Give one to... Welcome. Monster did make it. I thought you had 68 kids. You only have what? One? And it was that complicated. You made it. Good for you.
Thank you.
I know you're tired, walked around, and you smell like hell, but never mind. I do too. Keep this one as a little memory of today. Come in the future. Plan and meditate. All right? That's good. This one from Monster Grace. When I ever pass out gifts, Grace sits there like this. And then when a gift goes to the person next to her, she's like, greedy. Very greedy. Kechara Village. Yes. Robert has to get one. Hong Kong. Put this in your office right in front of your Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Mr. Hong Guan. We need your help. Get rid of the fishing rod. Now you fish for money and men. One last one. Kechara Village. Good. And if you didn't get the picture, you want one to inspire you, download it from my blog site. Yeah. I have high resolution pictures there. What? Thanks. Don't, it's ecstasy. She will stay in India. All right. Yes, it's ecstasy, and we're gonna have a party now. No, it's strepsils because I'm coughing. I can't rough it out all the way, can I? Now, do we have any questions about what I've talked about? Do we have any questions? You can ask me personally. And I request all of you to go on the blog. Once in a while, I will communicate with you. You can communicate with the liaisons, with each other to find out more information. Below the blog, Benqui. Benqui, stand up. Oh, you are. Sorry. Sorry, she is standing up. All right, Benqui. She's an adult. There's no child labor here. Okay, Benqui is a head of our E division, and she's one of my the bestest friends in the world, who I love and I respect a lot. And I also shout out a lot and throw a lot of BFs at her. But she's a wonderful person who does exactly what she promises. And she's running E division, and she's installed a new thing with Lou, which is Kechara Forest Retreat on the go. Meaning, under the chat, there's a section there where pictures just for Kechara Forest Retreat will be uploaded. So what you do is you click on the picture, and the picture enlarged, you can see what's going on. So Paris and a few people will constantly update this section. Kechara Forest Retreat. Below the chat on my blog, just go below, click on the picture, you'll see what's happening. So people like Susanna, you're in Singapore, far away, you want to know just click on the picture. Something you want to read long articles, all right? Then, thanks. Then if you go to my blog, on the top homepage, left side, there's one post there called Kechara Forest Retreat, in English and Chinese, which William updates. They'll have the latest updates of what's going on. So if you want to keep involved, you want to show people what's going on, you want to talk to a friend, you want to explain to what's going on, it's easy. You don't have to carry a file. You go on my blog site. You go on my blog site, on the homepage for the written information, top left, Kechara Forest Retreat, click it, you'll see all the information. For pictures, you go to the bottom, you click Kechara Forest Retreat, you'll see pictures. So if you want to explain to people, tell people what's going on, what's happening, that's what you can do. All right? On my blog site, tsemtopul.com. It's very, very easy, okay? Let me see. Give me one more book. Any questions about what we spoke about? Any questions? If we have no questions, I'll go back to my room and you guys can go back to the jungle. This is civilization. This is civilization. Do you know why this is civilization? Because we'll cultivate civilized attitudes here. All right? Any questions? Or it's bye-bye for me. Any questions? So far, one awning, one quote we got was $270,000. Another quote we got, because of the material, the awning is 1 million ringgit. Because of the material you use. Kechara Village clearing. To clear the land where we want to build Kechara Village, one contractor quoted us 25,000 ringgit for bulldozing and all that to clear the land for us. Why am I telling you these prices? Can you imagine how much the road costs? Can you imagine how much clearing this area costs? Repairing roads, gravel? Can you imagine this mountain here where they made roads and access up and flatten, how much it costs? I would say easily we're already in the 3-4 million mark. Easily. The services has been donated by my good friend Dr. Eric Tan and his sons, who are part of the Hatton Hotel group in Malacca. I went down there for a weekend and spoke to them what I want to do, and Dr. Eric came here and saw, because nothing was happening here. There was no work, nothing much. Dr. May built these premises, which I appreciate. Dr. May had built these premises under the premise that I'll come here to visit from time to time, not live here. So what happens is built very makeshift and temporary, which is not wrong, because I was supposed to stay here just from time to time overnight, not camp out here with 20 people. So Dr. May had done the cement and canopy and put in the electricity and toilets and warm water. There's no hot water, warm water. And the pipes and all that stuff, she did all that, and I appreciate it, together with Martin and Joe. I appreciate that very much. So right now, as you can see, we're bursting. It's not good enough. All those canvases I bought the other day from IKEA. I went personally to IKEA, I bought those, and I came back, and they worked till 6 a.m. to put those up. We're getting fiber optics in. The fiber optics to come in is 100,000 ringgit. 60,000 deposit has been given. 40,000 is to be given upon completion. And that is from 140,000, isn't it? Originally it's 140,000. Dr. Ruby negotiated with them and brought it $40,000 down. So we're going to get fiber optics here because we have a lot of computer work here. Without fiber optics, it would be impossible. Fiber optics, they tell us, is going to be here within a month. I stress they told us within a month. But anyways, we keep chanting Malaysia Boleh. Because most of the time it's not Boleh. But we keep chanting Malaysia Boleh. And then we hope it will come in. So we're going to improve the electricity. We're going to improve the fiber optics, and we're going to get a landline in. The landline is coming in next week because 4 days ago, no electricity, no water, no WhatsApp, no internet, everything was down. I was sitting here. I could have been raped. Yes, some response is good. I could have been raped, robbed, kidnapped. I could have been murdered. The jungle people could have been wearing my skin today. And there's no way to communicate. So I said in a very loud voice to Martin, of course I don't shout. Shouting is a wrong verb. I said in a very loud voice to Martin, I want a landline. Because without that, that's it. You don't know what's going to happen here. Can you see me and Nadia walking down the forest? Her having a cigarette, me burning incense together. And then, 20 hooded people come up. What are we going to do? Nothing. We're too far from the landline. I just say, you know what? Take her. Take her. They say, you mean we can take this gorgeous lady and do what we want? Take her, take her. But I thought you're a Buddhist monk with compassion. I do, you can take her. Horrible, huh? Me and Nadia in the forest, 20 men come up and I give them Nadia. And I come back, of course I make myself dirty, punch myself a little, say, I tried to save her, but I couldn't. And I bring her glasses back, that's all that's left. Where is she now? I don't know. 15 years later, we see a naked woman in the forest, an orang asli, with a spear. I say, that looks like Nadia, doesn't it? That'd be interesting. Okay, and then we're like, oh my God, look. Because we had heard Wai-Ming had run away into the forest. And we're like, oh, look, there's a pig. Oh, it's Wai-Ming. There's a lot of wild pigs around here. A lot. And they come with little babies and they charge. No joke. They charge you. They're huge. And they charge you if you go near them because they have babies. They protect them. Very fierce. Anyways, fiber optics coming after 3 weeks. Completion time for the awning is 1 month. They said 3 weeks for 1 month to be safe. And we're going to have more. So once the compartments come in, the awnings come in, the electricity is improved, I'm going to invite more people here to do things here. The first thing I want to do is, I want to do the organic garden. All right? But go on my blog and keep yourself posted. Keep yourself posted. From time to time, I'm going to invite people here to do special pujas. Special pujas. All right? But that's after awnings up. Because today, I did a prayer. Seriously. This afternoon, before I came here, I did a prayer, a black tea Sedkim to our Dharma protector. And I just said, there's a group of people coming today, and I need them to see what's going on so they can go out and tell the world what's happening. Please, no rain till they leave. Because it's been raining every day, all day, non-stop. Okay? It's like all the gods just opened up their toilets and it was just raining non-stop. All day and all night. So I said, please, can you see you guys walking around in the rain? I was looking out the window, I was watching some of you. There's one lady there, I won't say her name, but her name's Angel. My God, we're in the forest, man. Buck up. She's walking like this. I'm like, oh my God. We'll make one area no road just for her. Whoever married her is a bodhisattva. No, I'm just kidding. It is very hard to walk. I am just kidding. It is very muddy and very hard to walk because it's been raining every single day. A lot. So look today, no rain for you guys. And you know what? No mosquitoes. Something divine is protecting all you clowns in here, including me. So we can have this little gathering talk. Miracles do still happen when we believe. I'm sure after you leave, a few hours later, it's going to start raining. After all, the Dharma protector held the rain like this. After you leave, you just release it. It always happens like that, unless we're naughty. Okay? Are you sure nobody has any questions? Everybody understand? Yes, Nadia, thank you for being interactive. I feel like Oprah with no audience.
We have so many things that we're going to do, and we're far away from hospital. Is there a possibility of having something like a clinic or something?
I think that's a good idea. I want to have a clinic, but 15 minutes away there is a hospital. It's called Bentong Hospital. She's very dramatic, huh? Trying to be goody-goody. 15 minutes away, there's Bentong Hospital. 2 clinics, and 1 clinic is a corner lot, very big, open 24 hours, 24 jam. I checked that out already. All right, so if you still want another clinic here, Nadia, open it and you can inject people. Thank you, Nadia. And we're not going to open a fire station. There's one in Bentong. It's called Bentong Bamba. And we're not opening a police station. There's one just 15 minutes away. Forgive her. Beauty excuses some things. Do we have any more questions that are viable? On a nasty, what a naughty monk. Any more questions, please? In the future, I'm going to bring monks here to teach us to do the Tibetan longhorn instruments, very long, 7 feet. We're going to do geling, which is Tibetan clarinets for ritual music, and the cymbals and the accompanying cymbals and the drums. We're going to learn all that to do traditional Tibetan ritual music here. And we're going to blow to our heart's content. You're going to think it's the elephants. 'Cause nobody's around. We're going to do traditional pujas in the future. Isn't that exciting? A lot. Okay. Give your support, give your help to the crew here. I have a crew of 15 people here staying with me on rotation basis. The Ladrang, it's mostly Ladrang people, and you have to understand, the Ladrang people have to handle a lot of other work, a lot of other departments, a lot of other projects. All of you are busy, but you're just handling your own departmental projects. Ladrang has to crisscross all departments, all places. Okay, so you remember that. So we need help now for many things. The first thing you guys should do is give your support. Go on the blog, Kechara Forest Retreat site, leave your comments, share, post it on social media, go on chat, write, interact, talk, go on the chat pictures where the Kechara Forest pictures are, share it, save it, MMS it, WhatsApp it to people, share on social media what we're doing. That's the first thing all of you can do now. All right? Social media, what we are doing to create awareness, create energy. Can we all do that? Yes. Good, good, good. Okay, I think that's about it. That's about it. For my foreign friends, if I see you again or not, I'm not sure for the rest of your trip, but I do wish you a good trip back. Happy to see all of you. And for my not so foreign friends like Singapore, I'm very glad you can make it. I'm very happy to see you. You wore the right outfit. Yeah, all jungle, green. And I hope to see you again and again. Come and help. Are you going to help us? Good. In your special way, Nadia teacher. She'll share with you. Good. Do come see us again. Okay? Wendy, nice to see you. I haven't seen you, how many months? I don't know. I heard you're a princess on the set. Gentle, easy, soft, kind. Never get angry. When things change, you're very forgiving and very gentle. I heard that. I'm going to make a statue of you. Offer butter lamps because you're a bodhisattva. Good work. The stuff looks good. The episodes look good. She's our production girl here for our Paranormal Zone show. The host is here. We have a show out on Astro, and it's on all the time, 13 episodes, okay? That's a show that I actually devised a long time ago. It started from my blog, which I have a paranormal site, because I like paranormal things. So I have a paranormal blog site. The paranormal blog site spinned off into a show. The host is Lee Kim, who's sitting right behind you, and KIM, Kechara in Motion Department, which is headed by Miss Han. Where are you, Miss Han? Yeah, headed by Miss Han. Miss Han has been in production for the last 20 years, right? Making movies. She does a lot of movies, a lot of shows, a lot of documentaries in Malaysia. And she's been working in this line for 15 years, okay? When I met her, she's a producer. Now she's still a producer. She's got to produce faster, though. And especially the videos I do on my teachings, I need that produced fast. So Miss Han, in her department, she produces documentaries, movies, and shows from Malaysia. A lot of game shows she does. So she's been producing the shows along with Lee Kim, who's the star, and Wendy. Wendy is Girl Friday, which means she does everything. Everything and anything, correct? It's a lot of work. Organize the cameras, the shoots, the makeup, the people, costumes. She got to do all of that stuff. So we have a celebrity here in Malaysia. Her first airing had 130,000 full-time viewers. Means about 250,000 look, but the ones that stayed on 140,000 plus. So that's pretty good for a first-timer. All right. We're gonna get everywhere in the media. We're gonna get in the media. We're gonna get in books. Our books all over. Our books are in Singapore, in Malaysia, in England, in Hong Kong. Our books are all over already. So slowly we'll grow bigger and bigger. Why? If we push ourselves, we can only be successful. If we fail, there's nothing to be embarrassed of because we're a nobody anyway. I'm a nobody. So there's nothing to fail. I'm not afraid. Since I've been a nobody, there's only one way up. There's no way down because I'm down. I've been down. But I want to do this to bring some benefit. I became a monk for a reason, to serve society, to heal people's minds. That's what I'm going to do here. So if you're involved with me, you want to do this with me, this is our intention. We're going to have a lot of ups and downs. I'm very moody. I'm very temperamental. I move fast, I'm extremely impatient, I like things good. And I'm very direct, and I have a fierce mouth. But if you work hard, you're direct, no mind games, I'll be your best friend. I'll be the gentlest lamb to you. I'll be loyal, and I'll be a good person. Because I am a very loyal person. Very loyal. Okay, that's my character. Tell you the truth. Where did the meditation go? Exactly. Without meditation, I'd be worse. So you think about that way. Thank you very much for coming on the tour. Have a nice, safe trip back. Drive slowly. Robert, I'm so glad you came in from... Robert flew in from Hong Kong to join us and to help us here. He's very, very good at doing landscaping. Very, very good. You can see he flew here with his rubber boots. But he took it off just now. So therefore, say hello to the family again. I repeat, Robert, okay? Thank you guys very much. Tuan Wang, it's been an honor and pleasure to meet you. Thank you for all your help. Daso. So many Europeans now are flocking to these Dharma centers to meet His Holiness Kechara Retreat, to receive teachings, Lamrim, Yamataka, and Bajini. And I sincerely rejoice. So, I hope very much you get Kechara Forest Retreat up, complete. Then in the future, I'll be inviting these great lamas here. I will not invite them here, but we are not ready. We need to be ready internally and externally. Externally ready, also not enough. Internally also. So I want to invite these great luminaries and these great teachers of the Tibetan tradition here in the future to grace our land and pave the place. The good news is, he has started turning the real Dharma, just like his previous life. So that news brought tears to my eyes, because we didn't know if he would teach again or manifest teaching again in this life. And many people were saying he might not teach in this life. He might lead an ordinary life, but he's manifesting again. So that is absolutely good news, very good news. The more spiritual teachers we have in this world, of all religions, that teach peace, harmony, tolerance, love, and acceptance, the world will be at peace. We need many more Dharma teachers. Dharma means the right way. Christian Dharma teachers, Buddhist Dharma teachers, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, Sikh. We need Zen. We need so many teachers that will teach tolerance, interfaith harmony, respect the culture and the planet and animals, and not to say this religion is good, that's not good, you must convert, you must follow my way, it's only my way. No! If we continue that way, it will be no one's way because we'll blow ourselves up. What we need is a universal thinking for all, which is acceptance of all religions and respect. We follow our religion, you follow your religion, and that's only a small part of us, because the bigger part of us is the human being and who we are inside. That's very important. Never let religion get in the way of friendship, love, care, respect, and tolerance. Never. If any religious teacher of any religion teaches intolerance, putting other religions down, superiorities, I will not agree. Why? We need to live on this planet together. And we need to be together. And in order to be together, we need to teach each other tolerance and care and compassion. The result of any religion is a beautiful, kind, compassionate human being. That's the result of any religion. If a person of any religion is not those qualities, it is not the religion's fault. It is that person who did not ingrain the teachings in their mind. I do not think Jesus was running around telling people to hurt people, kill people, get revenge, tell people they're bad. I don't think so. And I know Buddha wouldn't. I don't think so. So therefore, Kechara Forest Retreat, Kechara, represents peace, tolerance, acceptance, humility, kindness. And if you wish to join Kechara in spirit, in mind, or in physical, spirit, mind, and physical, the way to join Kechara is not just to sign up the form and pay your membership. No, the way to join is to transform yourself inside. To be a better, tolerant person, a better person. You know why? It's time to show our children the right example of how we should live. It isn't just to give them money and have a good job. Push yourself to show your children the right example. Show all children the right example. That's what's very important.